Hello, my lovelies. Let's get a your side, their side, and the harsh motherfucking truth. Let's see what is going on. What's happening in the current situation for whoever finds this video? What is their current situation? There we go. All right, so we have some sort of breakthrough, and I feel like for some of you, it's a creative venture. So what are your passions? What do you need to kind of get out there and live a little bit? What do you need to kind of like grab life by the horns, grow, expand, and learn something new? Because that's coming in. There's also this need to do some shadow work. So we are headed towards a full moon or a new moon. I'd have to look that up, but it's in the sign of Libra. So wherever Libra is in your chart, that's going to affect where this change is happening. And I feel like there's some things that are coming to the surface. Maybe something that was hidden that comes out. Maybe there's some things that you're going to find out about yourself that you need in order to grow spiritually, change, and ascend. You have two aces. So I do feel like there is a change somewhere in how you earn your money. Maybe what you do. Maybe you're getting a new job. Maybe you are going to have all of a sudden some abundance where you had lack before. What else is happening in their current situation, Spirit? Temperance, love it. So some divine intervention happening. I do feel like this helps to restore, create, or make there be some balance. Temperance is also a card of reconciliation. We have literally just a few more days. This Saturday, Venus goes direct. So it's been in retrograde for like the past 4 months. So you could have been feeling like things just weren't going well, maybe relationships coming to an end, maybe things just really not working out, but that's about to change. You have a wish fulfillment that's trying to come in, and for some of you, I feel like it's divine intervention that is bringing this connection to you, and we have the Knight of Swords. So somebody is going to get ready to take action, to make a move, and actually go forward. All right, what is your side, the viewer's side of the situation at hand? You needed to take a step in a new direction. The Page of Wands is all about kind of striding out into new territory. I do feel like Spirit is trying to challenge you in certain areas of your life to see things differently, to kind of go in a new direction, to be a free spirit, to try new things, a sense of adventure, a sense of discovery. Where in your life do you feel like you need to try something new? Because I feel like Spirit is trying to usher in that energy of change. Yep. And where do you need to put in the hard work? For some of you, it's at your job, right? Quality, not quantity. Sometimes it has to be both. Let's be real here. But if you're willing to do the work, especially on yourself, because this comes out with the Hermit, shadow work, I feel like you will be rewarded for doing the hard work, right? Truth or clarity is coming in about a job, about how you earn money. 3 aces. 3 aces so far. So I feel like there's lots of new beginnings. We're in spring, right? It's a period of renewal and transformation. So I feel like there's lots of changes coming along for the collective. Ooh, and the King of Wands. You are about to be center stage. I feel like you're also about to be like recognized in more of a public way for some reason or another. It could have to do with this new beginning. It could have to do with divine intervention, right? Temperance being out here. There could also be some sort of like reset is the word that Spirit's giving me in a connection for you. So if you've had a falling out with specifically a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, because King of Wands and Temperance, that's Sag energy, I do feel like there is the possibility of a reconciliation coming. But I do feel like this person is somebody who's like in the spotlight for some reason or another. But we've got to shift the doom and gloom mentality, right? Because we have a wish fulfillment coming in. So no more crying over things, no more sleepless nights, no more worry. Anxiety could be plaguing your mind right now. We've got to shift that. And the 2 of Pentacles. So we've been juggling a lot, right? Should I do this? Should I not do this? I feel like this person's getting ready to take action and to come forward. So what is their side of this equation? Spirit, what's happening for the other person involved? What is going on for the other person? Also juggling. Can't make this up if I fucking tried. You guys are both juggling something. I feel like somebody's juggling what their next move is. I feel like this other person could be juggling finances wanting to maybe leave something behind, a lot of burdens, a lot of baggage. I feel like you're both kind of doing the inner work in order to actually transform and leave something negative behind. Yep, something negative behind. Toxic cycles, relationships, things that keep you feeling stuck, trapped, and bound. Why? Because we're about to get a breakthrough. There's some sort of truth or clarity that's coming through, but it takes an enormous amount of strength. This other person is facing their fear. There's lots of courage coming to the surface. Spirit says they're bubbling to the surface. They're overcoming these toxic cycles. They're recognizing the patterns. They're feeling themselves. They're feeling their confidence again. They're feeling like they are their most authentic version. So somebody's definitely doing the work here. Can't make this up if I tried. 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. You're both on the same page, and I don't think you even fucking know it yet. One more. What else do we need to know for the other person? What is the other person? The world. Wow. Really closing out difficult, painful chapters and cycles. The world tells us that we're overcoming all these challenges and that we're coming out on top, that we're closing something out to begin something new. So it's like literally you're coming full circle. This person's about to have the world in the palm of their hands. And I feel like this person won't have to juggle anymore because it's going to finally start to make some sense. So what are the harsh truths, Spirit? What do we need to know? Running from their own feelings. Who's running from their feelings? If you're running, you've got to face those fears, right? That's part of the shadow work. Why would you run from how you feel? If it's negative, maybe, but if it's positive, you shouldn't. Somebody might come in seeking some sort of forgiveness or absolution, right? If they know they've made a mistake and they want to reconcile, I feel like this person will come back around. Take what fits, leave the rest, okay? You don't have to comment on the video. That's not for me. I'm not taking them back. Then it's not your motherfucking reading, and that's okay. Scroll on by. We need to come to some sort of compromise or agreement and find some understanding and middle ground. Is that possible? Has there been some collateral damage that it's not possible? Or is there a chance that you want to reconcile? Ooh, for some of you, no, you do not. You could be dealing with a narcissist, right? The devil is out here. So the world does not revolve around you. The world doesn't revolve around this other person. If they are truly a narcissist, cut your losses. Please move forward. Detach. Go no contact. Because I promise you, that is not your person. Spirit is never going to set you up to live the rest of your life in doom and gloom and negative energy. They want you to be successful. They want you to be happy. So if you are not in alignment and you need to change something. The truth will set you free. So where in your life do you need to be brutally honest with yourself? Are you running from your feelings? You need some shadow work. Is another person running from theirs? They need some shadow work. Are you facing your fears? Are you being brave? Are you doing the inner work? Because the inner work is what gets rewarded. Weak-minded, lacking emotional strength, determined, or intellectual capacity. We don't want to deal with people like that anymore. If they're not willing to do the work, if they're juggling things or other people, not our situation to be in. We are looking for the opposite of that. Strong-minded, firm, and some independent energy. So I feel like one of you is definitely in that energy where maybe you feel like you have to do everything on your own. Promise you don't. Ask for help, especially from Spirit. If you don't want to ask people for help, guilty. I do that a lot where it's like, no, I'll just do it my fucking self. It's fine. I got this. But that shows hyper independence, and honestly, it's a trauma response, so it needs healing. We are supposed to be able to ask for help when it's needed and not feel judged because of it. So boundaries are needed. You guys need to set some boundaries, set some limits, or you will get walked on forever. Somebody is innocent, faultless, and free from guilt in this situation. And you need to start trusting your instincts and intuition. Listen to that little voice. Just make sure it's the intuition and not the ego. Watch out for people who are the non-committal type. I do think for some of you it's because they're a narcissist and they're running from their feelings. Why? Because they can't feel them. So they have no idea what's going on. They could also be a liar of epic proportions, Liza Minnelli. Watch out for people like that. That is not your person. And clean up your own mess. There's something that you need to recognize here that you haven't yet. We are going towards a downgrade if we go towards the narcissist and the devil energy. We want an upgrade, not a downgrade. So Spirit says you have to end the cycle or round and round you go. And it's time to let go. Let it go and grow. Learn the lesson. Otherwise, we are doomed to repeat it. Spirit, give us one more card for the ending here, please. No going back. Collateral damage and permanent. If it's collateral,